What's good, everybody? I have a few what I think are interesting takes on, really just takes on sports in general and sports analysts and the state of sports right now. Everybody loves sports, whatever, but I think there's a few things that are ruining it. And like, this conversation's fun, but I don't want the video to be too long, so we're gonna hurry up and get to the clips and you'll see what I mean.
I see 11 seasons. 7 different teams. Top 10 pick. I see averaging 9 points a game over your career.
Just
2 rebounds.
Just 2 boards?
2 assists
Just 2 dunks?
over your career.
That's it?
Top 10 pick. You know what that sound like
What
to
that
me?
sound like?
In the streets, we call you a bust, homeboy.
Oh.
That's what that sound like.
Didn't do that.
In the highest league. You did
didn't
none
do
of that.
that.
You don't got no all-stars. You got no nothing.
rings?
Well, you're not going to have that because you got 9 points, 2 assists, 2 steals in the game. 65% free throws. So I ain't even going to keep on going back and forth with you. All I'm going to say is you 6'4", 200, maybe you should have tried football. You might have had a better career, homeboy, because basketball was not your career with what I'm reading right here. So you got it, my brother.
They went from meet the Grams to meet the Rivers. Because Laporta did it again. Wow.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father. Let me be honest.
I don't know, to like publicly televise like drama like that and to obviously spin it in a direction that they did is corny, to be grown men doing that, like.
James Jones, I saw your comments. I'm going to make this video. This is my last response with you, man, and then quite frankly, I'm done with this. I just don't have time for the shenanigans with you, man. I don't even know who you are, so this is kind of silly. We're only here in the first place because you got offended that I said there are NBA players, a handful of NBA players that could make the transfer over to the NFL. At the tight end wide receiver spot. I still stand by that. You know, we have 6'10", 6'11", 6'9", supersonic athletes that have 40-inch verticals and can catch. It's not crazy for me to believe that. I think they can make the transfer over.
Austin Rivers keeps saying he doesn't have time, but he's the one that started the whole conversation and then keeps replying to everybody. Like, I don't know. I haven't seen everything about it, but I've taken what I can. And I'm trying to get the most clips of what, because they went back and forth for a minute. And there's a couple, like J.J. Watt got involved. A couple of people got involved. Like, he decided to only respond to the least famous one that has the least amount of money, that is least known. Because, I mean, it would be silly for Austin Rivers to try to reply to J.J. Watt or anybody else that's genuinely famous. Like, I don't know. It's just corny that he's like, oh, I don't know, why are we here? Like, bro, you're the reason we're here.
Like a LeBron James, a Zion Williams, a prime D Rose, or Westbrook, or a John Moran, an Aaron Gordon, Suggs, Lou Dort.
You have no idea how good Tim Duncan was. Oh, my God.
Transfer over. That's why some of the best tight ends in your sport are guys who played college basketball once upon a time and, weren't going too far in that field, so they decided to make the switch to football and ended up becoming legends. You know, Tony Gonzalez, Antonio Gates, Jimmy Graham, just to name a few.
Bro, so, like, belittling with it, like the best players in your sport weren't gonna go far in basketball, so they decided to be Hall of Fame tight ends. Nigga, what did you decide to do? Get 9 points a game? Like, bro.
So for you to be offended by that, that's on you. The truth hurts. And then to take it a step further and to try to come at me personally and talk about, you could never play in the NFL. I never said I could. And then for you to try to come at my career, which has nothing to do with my comments, is kind of silly. And it's even more silly coming from you, considering you were a role player as well in your career, and nothing supersonic about your NFL career stands out, for real, for real. So let's just calm down. If you want to talk about numbers, there's a glaring difference between you and me in one regard, and we both know what that is, but I'm not a tacky guy, so I don't really want to talk finance, especially with a guy that I out-earned. I think your whole career earnings was like 1 year of mine. So, like, it's just silly for us to even debate or talk. Let's just keep it P and keep pushing.
Let's just keep it P, like, you're not as rich as me, we shouldn't even talk. What? The nigga sound like his dad was an NBA coach. Like, he sound like he come from money. Like, god damn. Cringy, bro. It's like, I don't want to talk personally, and then gets personal. I don't want to talk finances, and then talks finances. I don't even want to talk about this, and then just continues to talk about it. Bro, aren't you pushing 40? Like, I don't know, my nigga. Like, what? You have nothing else better to do? My nigga, start streaming or something instead of beefing with niggas on TV. Like,
trying to make fun of me for my NBA career because I was a role player. Like, bro, that's pretty dope. Man, I played 11 years in the league. I was privileged to make really, really good money and play for all these dope cities and teams while living out my dreams. I didn't know that was something to be made fun of, while also being a lottery pick. Which leads me to my next, your other comment on why I was a lottery pick. Why would a team draft me lottery, bro? Just because my dad coaches a completely different other team. It makes zero sense. But, you know, you're an idiot, and I can't blame you for thinking what you think. I was a lottery pick because 2 years prior I was the number 1 player in America. That's why I said the Naismith Trophy and a bunch of other trophies hanging around here. The year after that, I led Duke University in scoring as a freshman. I was ACC Freshman Player of the Year, and also ACC All-First Team. And then also led FIBA 18 and 19 to a gold medal. now.
Bro says he doesn't have time, but just keeps yapping about shit that no one asked about. Like, no, this isn't about NBA. No one asked about your career at all.
I hate that we're here, but sometimes you have to pick a booger. So here I am with you. Bro, just keep doing your protein shakes. You got your little show. You're doing your stuff. Keep doing your little hot takes.
My brother in Christ, you're the one that said it. It was your take.
I'm done with you. I don't have time for this, quite frankly. Man, just keep it pushing, bro. You have a good one, man.
I don't know what the point of that whole video was, but, I mean, whatever, I guess. Instead of talking about the debate, like, who could play in the NFL, who could play in the NBA, how about we just settle it and get the views like everybody else wants? How about we just switch it? NBA All-Star Weekend, they do 7-on-7 and 1-on-1s and football shit, maybe a flag football game, big flag football tournament or something, or tackle with the G League niggas that no one cares about, you know what I'm saying? Like, because you can't tackle Anthony Edwards, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas can't get hurt, but we do want to see it. We want to see who really would be raw. And then vice versa. Nobody gives a fuck about the Pro Bowl. NFL, y'all should do a an All-Star Weekend, 3-point contest, dunk contest, a 5-on-5, maybe even the 3-on-3 with the big men. Like, that shit would be crazy. Like, hella views, hella money to be made. Like, I just need a cut of that because, you know what I'm saying, that's my idea. Come on. That was pretty much my thoughts, but I still want to have the conversation and talk my shit too. I think it would be easier for NFL players, besides offensive linemen and most defensive linemen, like interior linemen. It would be easier for most NFL players to switch to the NBA than it would be for an NBA player to switch to the NFL. The mindset, way different. The playbook's way bigger. And if you're 6'6" up, it's going to be real hard to play a skill position. I can't think of any NBA players that could play offensive line. Very few that could play defensive line, like interior. But there could be some DNs, some good linebackers. I mean, you could fill it out, but you'd have to switch the whole NFL and the whole NBA. But for the NFL, I feel like there's a few skill positions that could guard like a 6-man. Football players in the offseason probably do play basketball. For the most part, niggas just chose to play football. Basketball players aren't training football. You know what I mean? They're not lifting heavy weights because that's going to fuck their jump shot up.
There should be hordes of lanky motherfuckers who couldn't shoot well enough and had to go play in like Uzbekistan, right? Not by choice. You would think they'd be like, well, I'll just go play in the NFL. I want to go over and make 50 grand playing in Turkmenistan, one of these Stan countries. Bunch of motherfuckers playing in Stan countries. They could be playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So where are all these guys, right? Because you don't have to be an NBA player. Evidently, the people I keep hearing about are Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, Jimmy Graham. These guys, they play college basketball. Okay, well, there should be a lot more former whatever happened to the Vital guy from Baylor? He should be a fucking Pro Bowler right now.
Like, you got to specifically play basketball. It's hard to play basketball, be elite at basketball, and be elite at a lot of other, or like another sport. You know what I'm saying? If you're elite at football, Bo Jackson, Deion Sanders, you could play baseball. If you could play baseball and football, what's to tell me you can't play basketball? There's a handful of NBA guys, but it's not 30. If you took 30 and just put them in the NFL, they had no choice, bro, maybe 5 of them would be, like, actually good. Another 5 would probably be, like, backups and special teamers, and then the rest of them wouldn't play. You took 30 NFL guys and put them in the NBA. If you did no offensive linemen, you know what I mean? If you actually thoroughly picked guys, like if you didn't just take random guys, if you really took good picks, I think, again, the NFL, I think at least half of them, like, you're making a 15-man roster. But the thing with NBA too is, like, most of those players, you're talking like prime guys, like prime Russell Westbrook, prime Derrick Rose, prime LeBron James. You know what I mean? That's not right now. If we're talking right now, again, NFL is winning. There's more NFL guys right now, again, more players in the NFL, but there's more NFL guys right now that could play in the NBA versus NBA to NFL.
Trying to, like, throw out some, like, clickbait BS, like, such as yourself, I don't understand where you're getting off.
You think this is a game? This is a game, Austin? Imagine me going on a fucking basketball show, being like, I could do y'all's job. So here's where he's wrong. I do think there are a couple players that if you gave them like a year or two and, you gave them training and they could catch up a little bit, they do have the athleticism. I do think it's possible. I've arrived at a number. I think there's an over-under here. I think the over-under, I'll set it at like 7.5. Y'all can weigh in on what you think.
It would definitely take some time, but yeah, I think the switch is definitely possible, especially for those sports. A lot of other sports, I don't know. just because those sports are the two, like, physically demanding, like, you gotta be pretty big to play both sports. It's a good argument, but I think the grown men in the sports industry made it corny and, like, just kind of ruining the whole shit. Other than them, like, cheating with the refs and the sports betting and all that shit, they're just ruining our shit. But we can still have good conversation. We can still enjoy it while we can. NBA Finals. We got NFL coming up soon. Niggas is going to be lit.
I think KD would tell you that. I think KD loves football. I don't think you hear any foolishness like this from KD.
We can have a fun conversation and talk a little shit and talk what ifs and whatevers, but you still got to be respectful. And Austin Rivers kind of getting out his body. And them niggas, them sports analysts also up there on TV looking crazy. Like, I fuck with LaShawn McCoy, but you kind of selling your soul, brother. So definitely got to be respectful, because at the end of the day, everybody's a pro. It's a little crazy to be disrespectful like that. Got to be respectful. Got to show love. That's just my opinion, though. Let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.